All right, hey guys. I was working on a project tonight for my wife, and I figured I use this every day, just about, and it's just a good opportunity to make a video about it. So I know a few of you guys uh, have heard of Vector Magic. It is a program for Windows or Mac that basically converts your PNG, JPEGs, even Photoshop files to vector. When I say vector, I mean like SVG, EPS, PDF, Adobe Illustrator. I want to say it has support for whatever the file extension for Corel is, but I don't know. Anyways, I have been using this for a long time before I was screen printing and everything. I've used this quite a bit for just about anything, but I tell you what I use it mostly for, and that is for, say I'm doing a small project, or and they want some kind of clip art or whatever, um, and they don't have the vector file for it, which I don't know about you guys, but hardly anyone has vector files. I don't know if they're too lazy to find them, because whoever designed their logo or whatever, the clip art or whatever it was, they should have the vector file. But whatever. Um, so say you want to grab some clip art off the web, or somebody sends you a logo and it's not vector, but you need it to be vector. Well, instead of paying someone to redraw it, a lot of times Vector Magic will do it, and very well, mind you. Sometimes it's not so good. It depends on the resolution of the file that you're given or that you have, um, and it also, the DPI is very important. But sometimes, if it's simple enough, it's not important. So I'm gonna give you guys an example. My wife wanted a Thanksgiving shirt for her and her friend. Excuse me. So she of course wanted me to go. Oh, that's pretty cool. Anyways, she of course wanted me to find some kind of turkey image and put it on there. And I'm actually gonna go print the shirts right after this. But so she wanted something like with this turkey, kind of like that, and then she wanted it to say like "Let's get basted." So kind of look like these shirts that you see here, but with her own little, well, not her own, she's just taking it off the web, but this little guy. But I'm only going to do it one color. Problem is, you search for this turkey, I couldn't find a vector of it. And it looks like the best resolution is probably this one that I have pulled up. There's a bigger resolution, but all they did, you can tell, all they did was blow it up. So it looks all choppy and crappy. So anyways, I'm going to use Vector Magic to convert this into a vector where I can take all the colors out and everything, and it's going to be great. So let's just download this image, and I'm going to throw it in this folder that I already made. And then, so I just took this off of Google basically. I'm going to open up Vector Magic here, and I already did that, but import it, choose it, and I'm going to run through this really quick, but it's pretty simple to use. There's a fully automatic way to do it, but I don't like doing that. So I'm going to go to basic, it's classifying it. It's going to ask for photo artwork with blended edges or without blended edges. Usually like 99% of the time with blended. I'm going to choose high resolution, even though it's not, but it does make a difference. And then if you do unlimited colors, it'll basically throw every color that it finds, even shades that you can't see with your own eyes. So I like to click custom colors and then just pick which ones I want. So I'm just going to go with probably this one right here. Click next. And now it's going to segment everything, and then it'll smooth it out. And this is fast or slow depending on your computer speed, of course. This computer that I use at home is a little slower than the one I use regularly, which is at my work. I built both of the computers, but one's a little older, so it's a little slower. And the one at work, man, it'll probably do this in all but 10 seconds. The one here at the house is kind of slow. When I have really detailed images that I run through here, God, it takes forever. It's probably like 5 to 10 minutes. And I am impatient. This has already taken way too long. But the end result is cool. And I'll show you the coolest thing about this is when you export it to Illustrator. Okay, look at that. See how clean it looks? I mean, it's a vector now. Now your lines are going to be a little, depending on the quality, what you put in, it's going to be a little choppy in places, but you can edit it either in this. I don't like using the editor within this. I like taking it to Illustrator and then editing it from there, but I'm really not going to edit this at all. I'm just going to take the color out. So anyways, click next and it'll ask you where do you want to save it. I'm just going to name this Turkey. And then let me see, there's Adobe Illustrator. You can do DXF, EMF, EPS, PDF, or SVG. So no Corel extension, but I'm pretty, I mean, Corel can open up any of these, right? So, I mean, I don't know much about Corel, but I'm pretty sure it can open up any of these. And so we'll just click save. It saves it pre-instantly. And we'll go, let's open up Illustrator. File, open. There's the Turkey vector that we just saved from Vector Magic. And now you can see, I mean, this is a vector. It's a true vector. I can zoom in. I mean, look at those lines. It's a vector. But the coolest thing I like about Vector Magic, it separates it all by color. So check this out. It's unfortunately it doesn't name it for us because that would be way too cool. But so I just unhide or hide and unhide. So there's our black. So now I can rename this black, and I'll do that for everything. I'll go through here. That looks like the silver and the knives and stuff. Silver. This is obviously brown. I can see it without doing all that. What is this? Light brown on the eyelids. Can't type brown. And then what is this? Looks like a pale yellow for the eyes. And then this is blue. You can see that. This is like that's the beak. That's yellow. This is a red, I believe. Oh, red. And then this is what? Oh, pink in the feet. So check that out. Now I can unhide pink, red, yellow, blue, pale yellow, light brown, brown, the silver. Now I just have the outline of everything, the black and white. That's what I want. So, I mean, how cool is that? We just did all that without knowing how to retrace or redraw or anything. We didn't have to use the image trace function in Illustrator, which works, but hell, half the time Vector Magic does a much better job, to be honest with you. And it's a lot easier. I mean, you can do some really cool things with image trace within Illustrator, but it's kind of technical. It's hard, and half time it doesn't work as good for me. Vector Magic, I mean, it's almost automatic, and there's even a fully automatic button, and I've used it, and it will work if your images are good enough. But so let's just finish this out. This is what my wife wanted. I thought it'd be cool to leave the you know what, I don't actually think I did this. I've already burned the screen, but let's say we wanted to take this red out, but leave, well, let's back up here. Let's say I wanted to make these black, you know, give a little more detail, I guess, but they're obviously red. Now I could just probably print it and it wouldn't be a big deal, but I'm gonna take this, let's make this bigger. I'm gonna take that red out, and then I'm gonna switch this red to black or whatever color this is. There we go. So there, that's what I want. And then there's our turkey. Now I can just make it a little smaller, and then this probably isn't going to be exactly to what I just made for my wife, but it's close enough. So she wanted it to say let's get basted. Now I'm going to throw the babes, however you say that font, I don't know, throw that font on there. And then let's get, and then this was kind of curved, so we'll envelope distort this with the warp, throw about a 20 degree on there. Yeah, 20. Throw that there. It's a little small, but it's fine. And then on the bottom here, basted. And that looks pretty good, except the turkey's a little. Well, you know what? I like to move these out. The text layers. I like to have my layers separated. If you guys haven't figured that out yet. So there's that. Let's get the text layers going. Move that up some. Move the top. Oh, I hate that. Move the top down. And there you go. There's our image. That's what I'm about to go print for the most part on these shirts for my wife. So I did all of that in no time at all. This video is what, 10 minutes long now, but I've done multiple things with vector magic. It works very good. It would probably work with this image. It's a little grainy, but you'd probably get a decent image out of it. I mean, with this. Now, here's what I want to reiterate, or not reiterate. Basically, here's a point I want to make about this. I did this in a very bad way. Like, my example is not very good because I went to Google and I took an image off of here and I went ahead and vectorized it. I didn't check copyrights. I didn't ask permission. You know, I just went ahead and did it. If you're going to do this type of thing, you know, it depends. I'm not going to tell you what to do. And there's a lot of people that have different opinions about this. But if you're going to run, you know, just a few shirts, a couple shirts, it's probably okay. Now, if you're going to do this for a client or something, you might run into an issue. If you're going to just resell for profit, if you're going to sell, you know, 100 of these shirts or 2,500 of these shirts, you might run into an issue. Don't use it as an advantage to go and just grab whatever you want. Okay? I've seen some people see like this has a watermark. Could I download this image, remove that watermark, run it through Vector Magic, and have the full vector of it? Yeah, I could. Am I going to? No. Should you? No. Will you? I don't know. That's up to you. But I just wanted to make that point. Vector Magic is a program that helps me out a lot, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. And since I was doing this tonight, it seemed like a very good video to make. Now, Vector Magic, it's a little pricey. It's not as pricey as some things. They have an online version. It's okay. It's not the best. The actual standalone desktop program is better. And I think online you can only do like EPS or SVG or something like that. On the desktop version you can export straight to Illustrator. But let's see here, pricing is like a couple, yeah. So the online edition, unlimited use, $8 a month. I think this is what I did. If you want to try it out, do the online version. I think they'll even give you a trial. I don't know for sure, but I think there's a trial somewhere. It might be like a 2-week trial, 14 days or something. Try the online version, and if you use it every day like I do, multiple times a day, then you know, $300 you can buy the desktop edition, and that'll work. The license will work for Windows or Mac. And I don't work for Vector Magic. This is not my program. I'm not getting paid to say this, but if there's a program that I don't see very many people using, that I use on a daily basis, that makes my life easier, I'm going to share it with you guys. I know $300 might be a little much for a lot of you, but I tell you what, I'd pay that $300 and I'd pay it again and I'd pay it again. And I've already paid that, but I would pay this not monthly. They could tell me, they could be like, hey, this costs $295 a year. I'd be like, cool, let's go. Here's my credit card. That's how much I use it. So yeah, there we go. And like I said, the screen for this shirt is drying. I'm about to go run. There's only like 2 of them, so I'm about to go run them, and I'll post a picture in the comments and let you guys see what they look like. But that's all I had for today. And cool thing I thought it was kind of cool is Thanksgiving's tomorrow, you know, so there's a little turkey. But thanks, guys.